Hey jerks. So today is a pretty exciting day. I've been waiting to do this for a long time to the car, and today is the day. So yesterday I got a package from ISIS, and it's a little scary, but no kidding, ISIS sent me something. And what is it? Oh, suspension. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna jack this guy up. We're gonna put some new, not shoes, that would be tires, but maybe new calf muscles to really give it some. No, actually, we're gonna drop it because it's too high. It's definitely too high for the style that I'm going for here. Probably gonna drop it about an inch. Maybe an inch and a half, definitely an inch and a half in the back, maybe even 2 inches in the back. That's just sort of monster trucking up there. Yep, so I'm really excited that this is the day that this is happening. A big shout out to say something about the company that sent this to me. It's called Deft Motion. So I was thinking about getting Tane Flex Z coilovers, and they had a good price on them, but they were sold out of them. Apparently Tane was having some supply issues, and the guy called me up right away and he said, sorry, we don't have those, and he kind of helped me walk through and get me a similar set. Anyway, and they even price matched to another company and saved me, God, like I think it was about 60 bucks saved me on the set for price matching. And what I didn't expect was they sent it out to me in 2-day air. So I mean, it could have. I mean, this could have taken 10 days to get to me, but they were nice enough. They shipped it right out to me. So big thank you to deftmotion.com. Pretty good site and great customer service if you want to get any kind of suspension or any, really they sell a lot of parts, a lot of performance parts for a lot of different kinds of cars. So let's get to it. Let's drop that. Drop that. All right, so we got the wheel off, and now I need to loosen that bolt right there to get the existing shock out of there. Probably have to loosen a couple other bolts to drop this whole assembly down a bit so I can get that out. Now I do have the spring compressors, which are going to be useful to compress these really good so that I can get those out of there. Wow, and that bump stop feels like shit. This one right here, awesome. Okay, so I'll check back in with you when I get some more of that work done. Okay, so progress report. This is harder than, every job is harder than it's supposed to be. But if you look in here, I have removed this bolt. You can't see shit. Hold on a second. I've removed this bolt that holds the strut in place. I have compressed the springs to about as much as I can compress them. What I didn't realize was I probably could have put the spring compressor here, which would have compressed the strut at the same time, the shock at the same time. I've removed the sway bar, so that tension is gone holding that in. This is moving, but I can't get it down, and you can even see the top hat is well out of the, I don't know, the hole that the strut is supposed to be in. So I just need another ½ inch or so. So I need somebody with some girth to stand on this to really push it down far enough to get it down so I can pull that out. And it's this upper control arm that's really being a pain in the asshole because there's only a small hole for that to come through, and I need to figure out a way to do that. So until that happens, I'm working on the back. Just started, so I've removed the screws in there. To get to this one over here, I only did this so that, you know, eventually that's going to happen. You have to remove the shield that hides the gas lines, fuel lines, which is just 3 little screws like that, and presto changeo. Okay, it's fine, 4 screws. There's one back there. All 10 millimeter. There. So that's out of the way now. I can get to the strut back there. All right, I'll report back when I have more good news to say. So we got the first one in, and we're lowering it for the first time, and it's probably going to be hilarious.
It's not outrageous though.
Nope, it's not.
It's an 8th thread. Don't you like it too high?
You know what? No. I'm going to leave it right there because they settle over a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And I don't want it to settle another ½ inch after it's perfect. So I'm going to leave it right there for now. And maybe...
So now do you do the left front? Or
No,
do
this
you-
side.
So you expect to get all 4 done today?
Yeah, I mean, now that I know what I'm doing. So, we're actually finished. This is the next day. And I didn't film a lot of what we did because it was really just a lot of cursing and just angry ramblings and you know, trying to get things accomplished, and it was very difficult. What we figured out was that you got to use those spring compressors, and you got to compress them down really, really tight to get the OEM stocks and struts out of there, shocks and struts. But once we figured that out, it was totally easy. The one front took like, God, it must have taken me about an hour and 45 minutes to get that one out, and I was with my dad helping. And then the other 3, they went really, really smoothly now that then once I figured out how to do things. The backs are much easier to remove than the fronts, and I would say that the front took about an hour and 45 minutes, and the other 3, the whole other 3 took about an hour and 15 minutes total. So I mean, once we got it going, we figured it out, and it was all good. So this is the height that it's at right now. I'm actually going to lower it a little bit more because while it looks pretty nice, I think that I can go a little bit lower. So what I'm going to try to do is use these wrenches to lower it just a little bit. I know the proper way is to undo them and then twist it, blah blah blah, but I'm going to try to do it with the wrenches first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll figure it all out. Right now I've got it at a ride, it's got 32 ways to adjust the dampeners, and I've got them at like 20 right now. It's kind of stiff, but it's not too bad. The ride is nice. I mean, it's not jarring, it doesn't hurt, and yeah, so I'm gonna kind of do that and then see what it looks like after I kind of mess around with it. Alright, so I jacked around with it a little bit. I compressed the preload spring on this one, and I compressed the preload spring on that one a little bit, and I also even did it correctly by removing the interlocking bolt and then twisting the shock, the actual length of the coilover up. So I'm going to drop it again. I'm going to see what it looks like this time, and it should be interesting to say the least. All right. I'm a little out of the way here. Let's see what this looks like now. Okay, and obviously it has to settle a little bit more. But I think that's really getting somewhere. I may end up just completely slamming the car, but we'll drive around with it for a week or so and we'll see. I have to turn this around and do the other side. to kind of even it out, because I think this is now going to be, this is probably a ½ inch lower than the other side. So anyway, I'm going to do that, and then yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the suspension show. Sorry there wasn't much content to it, but on a scale of 1 to 10, the coilover job was probably a 6 compared to all the other things that I've done to the car. Even though it seemed like it was going to be a pretty big job, it turns out that once you know what you're doing, sort of, once you kind of figure out which bolts you have to take out, which bolts you don't have to take out, and if you can get somebody heavy enough to help you pull down the suspension so you can rip the OEMs out, not too bad, not too tough. Would I do it again? Probably. Yeah, I'd do it again. Anyway. Alright, so that's it for this, and I'll catch you next time on I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not even sure what I'm doing next, to be completely honest. I know I have to do the trunk lid again, but I need to find a better paint source for that. And then after that, I don't know, it's close to being done. I mean, I have a few other little nitpicky things that I'd like to do. One other major thing is the dashboard, but I'm not sure I want to do that, because that feels like it's going to be an 11 on a 1 to 10 difficulty scale job. So anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, so it's a day later, and I decided to lower it just a little bit more, and I'm getting pretty happy with the stance. I'm seeing here that it's pretty good height. I like the space around the wheel wells. It looks all right. I might go a little bit lower just to start getting ridiculous. But again, that's something I'll have to investigate later. Got about a little bit more than a hand in there. Yeah, a little bit more than a hand area. So I probably have another ½ inch that I'm interested in going down. But I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to investigate later. I might give it a week or so to see if the springs are going to settle anymore. And yeah, so pretty happy. Looking pretty good. And I don't know, I'm not really sure what's going on with clearance underneath. I haven't hit anything yet, but we'll see. Yep, we will definitely not see my face. There, we'll definitely see. So yeah, until another time, bye.